center. Game plan sick, talking under the weather. You know what we doing? I need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like with Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Kerry. I'm the cold truth, Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything mooey, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Baskin Robbins shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Everything on me. Yeah, tell him Bogart scot-free. Lottie-dottie. He like to potty. Fuck with blow shoot, trolling 5 Molly. Heard I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over, made it far cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on the cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke then you can't talk. Play a never ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all places getting scraped pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, ma, no hands, telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 18. Yes, I said 18 of the Chargers Power Hour. God damn, where is this year gone? Where is this season gone? Well, then again, happy Friday. Hope everyone had a wonderful Friday and is ready for some divisional football. I know I can't say that, but I know one of my friends that's going to be popping on is going to be. But hey. Small screen. All right. It's gonna be a good one. We got some 25. Let's see. I got my friend Mark, who was on last week. He's gonna come down. He's gonna break down that Patriots Chargers game, what he thinks. But just give me a second. I just gotta do something real quick. Thank you, JD. I appreciate that. Hey, sorry about that. I just had a quick forgot. Well, both fan, this was a rough one. let me get into it. That was, yeah. I'm going to recap the season. Talk about the wild card beatdown we unfortunately received. And I might have a guest here or there. But then again, let's see. The Chargers, we walked into Gillette Stadium hoping to extend our postseason run, but instead, we found ourselves completely out of rhythm against the New England Patriots defense that dominated from kickoff to the final whistle. It was a rough one. The Bolts generated just 3 points. It was ugly, just on Cameron Dicker's kick alone. Pause on the field goal, but that's the only good thing I could say about that game. I mean, we couldn't even score. That defense was legit. Our offensive line got dominated, as I spoke about last week, and the defense was legit. New England controlled the tempo, controlled the trenches, and ultimately controlled the goddamn scoreboard. And we got Hunter Henry also. So on that note, let me bring in my friend Mark Davis, who was on the show last week. And, I said, hey, I'll bring you on, let you talk your stuff. Hey, and they're moving on. We're not. So here's Mark, and let him talk about that stuff. And as I said, Mark, you know what? Last week, you guys, it was going to be a great game. It was for one half.
Oh, yeah.
But the second half, man, I don't even know where the hell my team was.
Well, like most Patriots games, it's a tale of two halves anyway, because Josh McDaniels is always going to make his halftime adjustments. We've seen it time and time again. 28-3. Enough said. So, but the defense was the one that blew me away. I was not expecting them to come out and be as aggressive as they did. I loved what I saw. And I really, really, really thought when we turned the ball over inside the 10 there, our red zone defense has sucked ass all year. The first thing I thought was, well, there's 7 points. And, we held them. And I couldn't have been more elated. And at that point, when we held you guys, I was just like, that's the tone of the game now. Now you're playing our game. Mm-hmm. And I felt bad for Herbert. He got
he took a beating.
Dude, he got stomped like a narc at a biker rally, man.
He did.
He just got hammered.
I remember saying last week, man, we have to capitalize on mistakes. There was two mistakes there. I wanted to capitalize. We couldn't.
Nope.
That was it.
It was a huge defensive stand and showing. I think it's like I saw some stupid stat where the Patriots blitzed like 22% of the time during games.
Oh yeah, you guys did.
And we blitzed like 70% of the time on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we should have. I mean, we had to exploit you. We had to exploit that defense, that offensive line. Your defense was legit, dude.
Yeah,
that's a stout defense.
No, I won't lie. Owe was a hell of a pickup from the Ravens.
Oh, 100%.
And you know what? I hope they pay the man, they extend him, and make him a cornerstone of that defense. Because man, since we got him in this season alone, he had 8.5, I think 7.5 to 8.5 sacks, right? And then against y'all, he had 3. I'm like, come on now, where the hell?
I mean, the bonus to that is if you guys let him go, we need pass rushers.
Oh,
too.
No, man. We gave up, I think, a 5th-round pick for him. I swear to God, I'm fine having no 5th because you know what? You're not going to – he's young.
He was worth it. He's worth it.
With Tully, Tully, I think – I have a funny feeling Mac might retire. Mm-hmm. Now, for me, I would like – if he does retire, I'd like to go after Trey Hendrickson.
He's gonna be a lot of money.
Yeah,
but
it's not like we don't have the money, but I want to protect. It's about you. As I said backstage, y'all did it. You guys did. You had the cap space last year. Y'all went out and did what you had to do, and look, it shows.
We invested more in. Well, we invested a lot on the defensive side.
Yeah, the defense. But I want to do the exact same thing with our offensive line.
Yeah,
take that blueprint. I know we got to extend players, but you as I said back, y'all didn't go back and get these big, huge names.
No,
You got mid-tier players that basically came out looking like studs and stars.
they looked good, and you know what? Even the guys we got on defense, minus Milton Williams, he's a star.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know exactly.
Harold Landry has been a consistent player.
Exactly.
Caleb on Chason he's never lived up to his first round hype.
Yeah.
He played his face off this year, though, dude. I mean, this is statistically, it was his best season. So we've had some good. We got pretty lucky. I'm pretty happy with
hey, Mark, I think we have someone in the chat here that knows this, and it's Sunshine. I think that's Samantha. So you went to high school with her. You would know her. I would know her. But I was with it. Hey, she says, "Go Pats." I know who it is because I sent her the link. But hey, Samantha, welcome. And Dalton, what's up? Not much, man. No, it's going good. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Yeah. It's been rough, but no, yeah. It's that, man. When I saw what y'all did with your defense, I'm like, man, what do I want to do with the offensive line? Please, I know we're gonna take, but I look at it this way: if we had coupon Tom Telesco, God damn it, this stuff wouldn't get done. Knowing we have a general manager in place now, I have a lot more confidence because I know what he's done the past 2 drafts, and they've killed it. Our last 2 drafts have been solid. And yet then again, I have to thank New England. They did give us Ladd McConkey.
Well, I mean, last year was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're at. Yeah, I know exactly where we all were there. But no.
But this year, I mean, even the Patriots, I mean, with the draft and free agency, we hit it out of the park.
Oh, yeah, of course you did. Yeah. Will Campbell, alone, that was a great pick. I ain't gonna lie.
Travion Henderson, even Kyle Williams is making an impact. Then you've got Woodson, Craig Woodson, and we have some solid
building blocks. Yeah, exactly. It's all about building from the draft. I've known that from New England, living there in New England. That's how you guys built your dynasty through the draft. I mean, that's the Chargers show. But do I mind? But living there, I saw that. Living there, what I'm trying to say? You see it, you grow up doing that. I wasn't a fan of it because I wasn't a Patriots fan, but I saw it every single day. I read it in the papers. I heard but you take, you grow up, you take, oh man, I wish my team was like that. But then I know what we have now in a coach and a GM. So a structure we did not have with our old regime because we have a cheap ass manager, owner. I'd love to trade Spanos, but you know what ain't gonna happen. Spanos is Spanos, but he made the big we made some stupid splashes. When we got Jackson from you all, he had that one great year. We spent all that money. It didn't last long, but you know what? Jackson, the guy that had all the interceptions for y'all, and then we got the free agency. Remember?
Yep.
Was it JC something? Something.
Hold on. Yeah, J.C. Jackson,
yeah. But knowing that we have Harbaugh there and Ortiz coming over from Baltimore, it's more of a structure thing. And then watching the past 2 years, as you always say, man, building from the trenches out. That's how New England did it. Back in the day when you had Belichick, he built from the trenches out.
It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint that Jimmy Johnson did, Bill Parcells did, and they built some juggernaut teams.
Yeah.
They knew how to build teams, and you build from the lines out. Everything starts at those lines.
Hey, what's up, Peacock? Hey, my buddy Peacock. Hey, Mark, my buddy Peacock on our channel is a diehard Texans fan. I want you. He does a Houston huddle every single week. You should go on and check out I'd love you to see what you're up in. This guy knows his Texan stuff like your Patriot. You need to check out his show, man. I'll send you the link whenever I have it. You should need to check it out.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a diehard Texans fan. Loves his Texans, man.
They're a great team.
I give it up, man, because they wiped us out of the playoffs last year. I know what that defense is like. So,
Look, we faced them last year. Drake May's debut, they blew us out 41-21.
But remember, y'all didn't play this year. You didn't play. When you played them? You played against Davis Mills, right?
No.
I'm not
start
sure,
with
but
CJ Stroud.
I know one thing. Y'all got a great game. Lee, where do you want to add? Where do you want to add on to the interior? Oh no, that offensive line.
All of it.
We're gonna. I know, Chase. I know we're gonna add pieces. Like we have a. I mean, I'll get to that a bit later in the show. But I want to add to that in the interior of that offensive line, in the draft and in free agency. I know we're gonna have Slater back, and we're gonna have Alt back. But I do know there are positions like guard, a center. Now, I'll get to that in the show. But there are a few pieces that I would like to add. But you know what? When it can be done, it's going to be done the right way. It's all about protecting your Herbert. That's their investment. I mean, it showed against New England. They came at it. Even the Texans last year, they set a blueprint. You come out with our offensive line was straight trash this year. Unfortunately, putting out second, third, fourth, fifth stringers on the offensive line, it was makeshift. But I'm not using the excuse of injuries. Injuries happen to every 32 teams. But you know what? It sucks. But you know what? I feel they know the offensive line was the biggest thing for us, and it will be addressed in free agency and draft.
It was absolutely your Achilles heel.
It was.
Our Achilles
I know
heel
that.
last year.
I mean, I've had people texting me, man, Herbert's one tough son of a bitch. Yeah, but there's times I thought he was going to be fucking killed. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, no, so
you
did
can
I.
take
Man.
a beating so much, but God damn it. There's so much you can take.
We beat him like a rental car. We really
he
did.
was like a little rag doll saying, hey, I ain't going to go there, man. But you know what? Y'all won fair and square. And I'm happy for y'all. You know what I'm trying to say? But I know one thing. The Texans are no joke of a team. That's going to be a hell of a game, defensive-wise. But you know what? I as personally, as a Chargers fan, I know from last year's playoffs and facing the Texans this year, how good of a team they are. And I watched Peacock, and he talks about his teams. And I do listen to these things. So that, we faced the Texans. This is 2 years in a row. But, man, I learned a lot from Miles about the Texans and that defense.
So
y'all got a great defense too, man. But
it's
two top notches.
The fun thing is now, or the thing that's looking good for us, are the football gods are kind of smiling down on the New England Patriots because Nico Collins is out, and so is one of their other starting wide receivers. So against that offensive line, I'm hoping that our defensive line can have a field day like they did last week.
Yeah, I mean, Dalton said it. Yeah, I knew it was J.C. Jackson. And I know, Peacock, man, you can shoot your shit, man. You beat me 2 years in a row. I always let you talk your shit, man. You have respect. You beat us fair and square, so I'm fine with that. You know that. I take it like a man now. But May had his moments last year. Texans haven't played New England since. Yeah, that's true. But Dalton, Herbert needs a true O-line. Yeah, hopefully he gets that this offseason. Man, I really do, because you know what? I look at it this way. If we had a healthy offensive line and Herbert had an offensive line, amazing what he could have done. I mean, his stats would have been through the roof.
Well, so, and I know he keeps saying you haven't faced the Texans teams like this. We faced them last year. He hasn't faced a Patriots team like this.
Yeah,
either.
I mean, it's going to be a great game. I ain't going to lie.
It can be either way here because this Patriots team is a very different team than it was last year. Attitude-wise, performance-wise, play calling. Yeah. Just everything. It's a completely different atmosphere for this team.
Yeah.
Well, even if we lose on Sunday, I'm completely just ecstatic about how this season has gone.
Yeah, you should be proud. You guys, I said you got a 10-game swing from last year. I'd be jumping for joy if it was my team. Right. I'm happy for y'all. And I know you guys had some rough years. But you know what? Those rough years, you reset. But look at the reset you've done. Then again, you got the coach you need. You got the quarterback you need. The culture's changed. The atmosphere, I bet in England is like, oh shit. In New England's fucking like, oh shit, that's great. I'm happy for y'all. I mean, because you know what? I remember when y'all were down and shit like that. I'm like, man, you were talking a lot. I mean, everyone in that thread, our thread, was talking a lot. Oh man, this has been a rough year.
Hold up. So I'm gonna be brutally honest with you.
Mark, you always are. I know that.
We are not hurting.
No.
New England fans are like, oh no, woe is me. We've missed the playoffs.
I'm not talking about you, but there are people in New England that are like that.
No. we didn't suffer for that long. Teams like the 49ers, who sucked all throughout the late 90s and 2000s, the Dallas Cowboys, who have not seen
30 years.
Yeah. So it could be a whole lot worse than 6 years. Let's be honest here. We've got our coach and we've got our quarterback now.
Yeah.
And it's like, so New England fans were spoiled for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're continuing to be spoiled. And I don't think there's enough time frame in the middle to be humbled. Some of us remember those shit seasons of like 1990 when we were 1-15. And, you know, when we were the Keystone Cops and tripping over ourselves. It was like a Benny Hill episode.
Yeah, that was true.
So,
you ain't lying. But yeah, in that beatdown of New England, we only managed to get 207 yards on offense. Herbert was 19 for 31 for 159 yards, no TDs, 0 interceptions. I love that. But Herbert ran himself for 57 yards and had 87 yards.
Yeah, but he had 2 fumbles.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so 2 fumbles lost. So
exactly,
you know, you can say no picks. He still turned the ball.
But the problem for us, I felt, was third down. We were 1 for 10 in that game, but that's been an issue for us all years. 3rd and 4th downs.
That's actually been an issue for defensively. That's been an issue for the Patriots too.
Yeah.
So on 3rd and 4th downs, and on Sunday we stepped up. Our defense stepped up huge.
Yeah. Come on, Herbert was sacked 6 times. I know. I was on his deathbed. I thought a couple times. Herbert was under siege all night, and the offense found no footing at all in New England. As I was going to open the show, it was a cold day in Foxborough, and I'm not beating on my team. I'm just spitting out facts. This is my show. I can say shit, but that was facts. It was a cold fucking day in New England for us at Gillette. And I'm going to say it right now. I love my Chargers, but man, we had a great year, but we did not show the fuck up.
No.
It's
going to be colder on Sunday. It's going to be a colder day on Sunday.
Playoff berth, but we weren't ready for the playoffs.
Yep.
That's truthfully from a Chargers fan as me, and I'll talk my shit up and down.
Well,
man, we didn't show up.
So you guys chose this matchup.
I know we chose, and I was the one saying I want these motherfuckers. I'm the first one to admit it. I said I want the Patriots, and you know what? You asked what you get for it, and you got it, and then we got a beatdown.
Didn't I say be careful what you wish for?
Yeah, you many times, man. It is, you know. But hey, you know me, I always open my mouth to too much. Pause. Yeah.
Well, hey,
story of my life. It's been like that for 50 years.
You got to have confidence in your teams, man. And
I have confidence. It's just, you know what? We ran into the better team.
There's no shame in your game. You had a hell of a season. That's a good team.
But I know our Achilles heel is our offensive line that's going to be fixed. But man, you know. The Patriots themselves had 381 yards, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, Drake May was 17 for 29 for 268 and a touchdown, and that came by. And I said last week,
and he had
Hunter Henry revenge game.
Did he had 56 or 57 yards?
I forget what he had, but you know,
he accounted for like 90% of our offense.
But then again, y'all scored most of your points on field goals too.
Yeah.
So. Oh yeah. You know, that was a key note, but you know, it as I said, that whole game from start to finish, it unraveled from the start, and it took up. In the second half, it just like a mountain.
I guess some of your players were saying to Robert Spillane.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that. Something about the disguises.
Justin Herbert had no idea. Even your offensive coaches were scratching their heads like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
You guys couldn't figure out our disguises, which is and my hat's off to Zach Kerr. You know, he's just a linebacker coach who's filling in for Terrell Williams as the defensive coordinator.
Peacock says beat like a rental. Yeah. Texans and Patriots should be a good one. Christian Gonzalez is clear to play. So that's a good thing. Yep. And then Dalton says, I've always liked Drake May. He's a good QB. Only problem was he didn't have his O-line and weapons around him. That's true. And then Samantha says, first half was I loved the first half.
So did I.
I enjoyed it because it was a great defensive battle. But for people that like scoring, no, it wasn't.
Well,
but then Peacock goes 6 for 66 on the ground. May shredded him. May did. Yeah.
Well,
But
he had that one big run where you thought he was going to slide, and all of a sudden, I was like,
yeah, that was
shit,
true.
he got
That
like
was
another
true.
30
Yeah,
yards.
but Mark, I want to thank you for coming on the Chargers Power. But you know what? Next year, man, it's not a revenge game. It's going to be a hell of a game, and I'm looking forward to having you on. And I'd love you to come on because you know your Patriots stuff. But you know I'm gonna. Until then, I will still talk all my shit as I always do every
I know
single
you will.
day. And
I
you
know
know
you
what?
will.
When you have George, you have Chris, and you have y'all and the rest of that chat, you gotta talk your shit because you know what? It's kind of hard to get in edgewise because I'm surrounded by goddamn Patriots fans.
Well, that's your own fault, though.
My
You grew up in the wrong part of the country,
hey,
kid.
my dad was a diehard Art Monk fan. He loved Art Monk. My dad
Art Monk was fantastic.
loved Dan Fouts, and that's how I grew up, man.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad loved the Chargers and loved the Skins. And if I had to pick this, he always used to hog noses. I used to grow up in the house. He used to do that all the time.
The
But he
Hogs.
loved Dan Fouts, and that was it, man.
Dan Fouts was a great quarterback.
Yeah, he was. But no, man, I appreciate you coming on, and man, I'm looking forward to having you on next year. And as soon as I have that link, when Miles puts it up, I'd love y'all to watch because I know you guys are going to ask your questions. And he loves his ops in there, man. But you know what? He puts on a great show. But again, you have a wonderful weekend, Mark, and thank you for coming on, buddy.
Thank you. Hey, Patriots.
And I'm looking forward to the Patriots game this weekend. And good luck to y'all.
Thank you. 12-9 Patriots, baby.
All right, Patriot. All right, thank you. All righty. I want to thank Mark for coming on. I've known Mark for a long time. I mean, when I lived in Massachusetts, and we have a thread going on Facebook, and I'm the only Charger fan in it, but I'm surrounded by Patriots fans from my friend George, Chris Bradford, and there's many others there. But you know what? I take a beating all the time, but I live for a beating pause all the time, but it's fun. But we have fun. It's a good fun thread, but you know what? Hey, the Patriots moved on, and I told Mark I'd give him his time, and he deserved it. And he's a good friend of mine. He knows his football. But you know what? It was a rough game to watch. And Peacock. Yeah, your dad is a Patriots fan. Yeah, you said that. Yeah, in the thread. Glad to see you all in person. Hey, thanks, Samantha. I appreciate it. Yeah. Good looking from Ike. Thanks for being on. Yeah. 12. Yeah. 12-9. Dang. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? And as I said, it was a slow start. The Chargers operated flat, no first quarter points, and it was a field goal in the second. Meanwhile, the Patriots just built a cushion and just kicking field goals left and right. Third down was a disaster, as I said when Mark was on. Going 1 for 10 on third down is not the exact opposite of a playoff football. Every drive stalled. Every momentum swing died instantly. We couldn't capitalize over turnovers. And I said it last week. We have to capitalize on any mistakes by Drake May. He made 2, and we didn't capitalize on either single one of them. And that was a huge sour point that I wanted to put through last week, and we couldn't put that through. But you can always want it, but it's about capitalizing. We did not capitalize on those things. And the protection for Herbert collapsed immensely in that game. He had 6 sacks. He was under constant pressure. There was no pocket for Herbert. They never had time to survey the field, not even go through his reads because he was getting hit and under pressure all the time. I mentioned it all year long, and that was a big thing. And the Patriots sealed it late. You know, it was all field goal game in the first half, and the fourth quarter they put that touchdown in from Hunter Henry, and I said, man, I hope he doesn't have a revenge game, and he did that. I mean, once he put that touchdown, the game was out of reach for us, and what did I say went wrong? Pretty much everything. When we've been complaining about it all year, it showed up again in this ugly game, and at the worst time. But predictable offense, Greg Roman. But then again, I'll get to that pretty soon also. And there was no in-game adjustments, and I mentioned that last week. We had them have in-game adjustments. Nothing was done. I thought at halftime, hey, we'll switch it up. Nothing was done. We went the same, blah, blah, blah. Poor protection was another. There was no explosive plays because you couldn't get any explosive plays because you couldn't get past. You couldn't throw the ball because they were coming around at Herbert all the time. Third down failures, as I said earlier. Losing the time possession was huge. They just manhandled the clock. They controlled the clock all game long. And the defense wore out late. That did show towards the end of around the middle of the third quarter. This wasn't just a loss. It was, to me, this wasn't just a loss. This was a complete exposure of reoccurring weaknesses that we've had all year long. And that was true to story, and it showed in this game. And hopefully Coach and Joe Ortiz saw that, and they fixed these problems. Because you know what? I'll say this 2025 Chargers season in review, yeah, we were 11-6, finished second in the AFC West, going 5-1 and sweeping the Chiefs. That was a great thing. You can go 5-1 in the division, great. We didn't win the division. Denver won it. But you know what? And that was the first time we were back-to-back playoff appearances for the first time in 15-plus years. So, man, we are improving year in, year out. It's just next year. Let's just take that leap. Let's just fix that O-line, and let's just move on. Let's not just go to the next playoff. Let's just get past the first round of the playoffs, and we'll get that win. But, I mean, the season highs for the Chargers this year, the defense opened up strong early in the season. We had young depth that stepped up. Herbert's leadership, despite the chaos that's going on around him, meaning the injuries and the O-line, all that kind of stuff. As I said, we were dominant in the 5-1 in the AFC West record play. And we had 11 meaningful wins. There was some wins that, hey, man, it was good ones. We beat teams we weren't supposed to. We beat both the defending Super Bowl champions, and we beat the Chiefs. But I mean, we had a rejuvenated defensive early on, as I said. A young talent was emerging. There's depth pieces, wide receiver, O-line. It was all backups this year, but because of injuries. But there was the statement wins. We started off with the Chiefs. There was a nice 27-21 win in Brazil. That was nice. And then we took out the Raiders on Monday night early. That was a divisional round game. And then we took out Denver, starting 3-0 in the West was great. Yeah, hell yeah. Kicking the Chiefs' ass, though, there. But you know what? Pretty boys coming back next year, but we'll see how. Yeah, it's like crack beating. Yeah, it was nice sweeping Casey. You know, we beat even beating, starting off 3-0 in the division. I was like, I remember this. Oh man, this looks really, really good. And then, you know, we got that there, and then we just hit. As soon as we got great wins. And then we get to these shitty teams like the Washington Commanders, and the New York Giants. I thought we'd get a wallop them. Damn. Once we hit the AFC East play, we get 2 losses there. And those hard losses against the Commanders and the Giants, teams that we should have beat. But then again, I'm not going to use the injuries as an excuse, but every team's got that. But man, I'm not going to, I can use the excuse, but I'm not going to use that because it happens to everyone. And, you know, it's next man up. And obviously the next man up did not take place. But, you know, there was we beat Pittsburgh. We beat the Raiders, the Raiders. But beating Pittsburgh, beating Philadelphia, and beating Kansas, and then also beating the Cowboys. You know, there was statement wins, but you can have all the statement wins. But the statement wins that matter most are in the playoffs. And we didn't take care of that. But, you know, I felt Herbert's leadership was great this year, considering everything. I mean, he battled through injuries, pressure, scheme, limitations, and still kept us competitive. I mean, he could easily say, hey, man, he wasn't hurt. He played through injuries. And that's something I respect about Herbert. He's a tough son of a bitch. I've had many people text me on Facebook. Man, he's a tough son of a gun. I said, yeah, but I'm glad he's my quarterback. But I wish, but it's, the season lows. I mean, injuries again this year. We seem to always get these injuries. Predictable, stagnant offense. And I'll get to that pretty soon. Poor O-line play. Second half collapses. So again, in the Patriots game, we just collapsed. We shit the bed. Pause on that. And bad red zone and third down efficiency has been haunting us all year long. But as I said, everything surfaced in that wild card loss. Hey, JD, you want to pull up the Tully pick for me? All right. Tully has developed into a driving force for the Chargers defense front in his third year. In 2025 season alone, 49 tackles, 35 solo tackles, 13 sacks, 20 tackles for loss, 23 quarterback hits, 3 passes defended, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. Swear to God, he's the edge dominance powered by speed and finish. Pay this man. He's up for a contract extension. Give him the money. He is a cornerstone of our defense. I mean, we have a great defense. Lock him up. And, you know, I hope that we have the money. Pay the man, pay Owe. Because Owe is another person I'll be talking about soon. I mean, it sucks that the injuries we've had this year. I mean, key weapons and linemen missed extended time, wrecking continuity. It was crazy, the injuries we had this year. But as I said, we all get them. And I said, we have this year a very predictable offense, and that's hopefully going to change going forward. I'll get to that soon too, with another segment I'll be doing on a former offensive coordinator. I mean, this year we had pass protection issues. Herbert took too many hits, too often, and for too long, game in, game out. I mean, you can't win that way when your quarterback's getting hit 8 to 10 times a game and then getting sacked multiple times. And second half collapses, games slipped away late because of fatigue and poor execution. I felt a lot of our games we could have won. There was poor execution in those games. And it showed. And I'm the first one to admit it. I mean, as I said, red zone and third down struggles and fourth down. But, what this means for 2026. All right, the Chargers ended the playoffs with a talented but without structure in this game. It was one-dimensional offense, no creativity, no protection, no run threat, and the defense was overworked. That's what I felt. But New England exposed all of that in that game and that loss. But you know what? I've moved on. Hopefully we move on and learn what we have to do going forward. Okay, so if I had to say, do I have a 2026 for my Chargers blueprint? Yeah, here it is. Number 1, fix that offensive line day one priority. Draft an IOL early, sign help, and build a real pocket. Now, there's a player in the draft. We are drafting number 22. There's a offensive guard from Penn State. He's around 340, 6'5". I saw highlights. This kid just bullies people around and pushes them around. He should, from everything I've been reading about, he should be there at 22. And if I'm the Chargers, I just hand the card in and put his name on it because he is a beast. Also, I would add an explosive playmaker. It showed in this. I mean, we have offensive pieces, but I think we are lacking a wide receiver, one more wide receiver. So I would like to maybe bring in someone with speed. I'd also say more pass rush and defensive speed. I mean, an edge rusher with a burst and a cornerback who can cover elite wide receivers would be nice. Also, that's in the draft also. And establish a real offensive identity. I will get to that because we are going to be having a new offensive coordinator next year. So Justin Herbert will have another offensive play caller. This will be his, I think, 4th or 5th in there. So yeah, but I mean, I also want to stop being predictable. Build a scheme around Herbert's strengths. That's what we need to do, is build around Herbert's strengths. And also improve situational football. Third down and red zone efficiency must change also. We can get in the red zone, but we never score in the red zone. If we do, it's like, it's few and far between. We need to change all of this going forward next year. Now, if I say, what are our Chargers draft needs? I actually want to pull up that Hampton picture for me. Hampton, JD? Yeah, okay. Now, that's our pick last year. I know Mark told me backstage that's who we wanted the Patriots to draft, was Hampton. All right, well, the Chargers are going into next season. We have the 22nd pick, just like last year when we drafted Hampton. So, as I said, I want the kid from Penn State at 22. Now, the Chargers picked 22nd in the first round, 55th in the second round, 86th in the third. In the fourth, we picked 120 to 125, depending. We have no fifth because we used that 5th round pick on acquiring OA from the Ravens, who I'm going to get to. And then we have a 6th round pick at 204. And then we're going to have the round 7 compensatory picks. So that will all be to be determined. But I feel our top needs are, let's see. Hey, King, what's up? Can you give us the prediction of who the Chargers' first pick? Yeah, it's going to be the, I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. He's offensive guard from Penn State. I think it's a Hawaiian name. I can't really pronounce it. Alohe. It's an Hawaiian name. I really can't pronounce it. But that's the kid. King, I'll shoot you a picture and his name. I'll send it to you. But I just can't pronounce it that well. But no, do they move on from Harbaugh if next season you miss the playoffs? You know, I've seen things like that. I actually saw something in one of the Chargers groups I'm in, and they said, man, they should can Harbaugh and promote Jesse Minter. But I think we shall see. I don't think they do it. They're gonna move forward with Harbaugh. But that is something I have seen before, but nah. Future Texan. Yeah, but it's gonna be now. But the top needs, I think, are gonna be offensive line, offensive tackle, or IOL, an edge rusher, a cornerback that can keep up with elite receivers, and I love a wide receiver one and an explosive threat. But we shall see how that turns out. Those are the 4 positions must be addressed that I feel in there. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I was the happiest motherfucker. Even after watching that Patriots game, as sad as hell I was watching that, and how I said that our offense is so predictable. Well, the Greg Roman offense is predictable. He was in San Francisco. He was in Baltimore. But when you're there for like 2 years with Greg Roman, it's predictable. They know what the hell he's going to do. He's a very run-heavy punt. But no. We fired that motherfucker. And I said it last week. I wanted Greg Roman gone. Actually, no, I was going to say it in this one. I apologize. That was in my notes. I wanted Greg Roman gone, and I wanted Mike Devlin gone after that game. And what was it? One day after the game was over, and they had those exit meetings, Greg Roman was not just shown the door, as was Devlin. And, man, so help me God, I was so glad to see them on their way out. I mean, Greg Roman, thank you for your service for 2 years. But you know what? You probably set back our offense a little bit because you were predictable and you were a piece of shit. I really wasn't happy with. Yes, last year you did okay. But this year, man, it was horrible. And I hated it. I hated watching it. And as I said, I mentioned a little earlier, no in-game adjustments. Greg Roman can't make in-game adjustments. He does at times, but didn't do anything. So I'm glad he's gone. But you know what? Roman's gone. And to me, Greg Roman's system never elevated Justin Herbert. Herbert is a pocket passer with elite arm talent. You know, he got to use it. The Chargers need a modern, fast-paced offense built around spacing, creativity, and mismatches. That's how you win games, by mismatches. But no, I mean, the Chargers so far have completed interview with passing game coordinator Marcus Brady for the OC job, and they completed an interview with Shane Day, the offensive coordinator. Now, if you ask me, I know that's in-house hires. I would like someone like a Mike McDaniel, someone like a Brian Daboll. But for me, I would love Brian Daboll. Look what he turned Josh Allen into, an MVP, and he's a beast. But now we do have to, there's hot names out there for offensive coordinator. There's Mike McDaniel, there's Brian Daboll, there's Cliff Kingsbury also. But we also, now that we lost our old offensive line coach, I'd say there's 3 names that have been floating about. There's Dwayne Ledford, Frank Smith, and there's Grant Newsom. I know nothing about either 3 of them, but those are 3 names that I have been seeing the Chargers that are interested in someone that have worked with Harbaugh and someone he also does like. Now, as for roster cuts and I would love to see Bradley Bozeman cut, but unfortunately he's not. He would have saved about $3.125 million, but they re-signed him to a deal. I don't know what that was about. Mekhi Becton, I think I said it last week on the show, he needs to be cut. That's going to save about $9.7 million on the cap. Take the dead hit money. He really was. I was reading an article a couple days ago that's saying it was something about his injuries and he wasn't used in the right way and he wasn't comfortable with the way he was put into places. So to me, it's almost like, man, if I knew this ahead, why did we make the signing? But we did not know that ahead of time when we signed him. So I think that was an impulse signing coming off a great year in Philadelphia. But, you know, as I said, we're going to go into 2026 free agents. The Chargers are going to have decisions. I mean, I would like my re-sign and priority players. You know, Khalil Mack could retire. I would like to see if we could sign him for 1 year, but do I see that happening if he retires? He's not. But, and I would, Tahir Tart, I'd like to re-sign him. Zion Johnson, I would bring him back at a decent price. Owe, he's been very vocal about wanting to return to the Chargers. He's very happy where he's at. I know he's going to be up for an extension. Let's give it to him. He's really shown and proven he deserves that extension and to be paid. So Denzel Perriman, I'm on the fence about. We may bring him back. Who knows? Tony Jefferson, I don't know what goes on there. I'd like to bring him back. And Jameer Slayer, I possibly could see resign. As for likely not returning, I'm going to say Keenan Allen, Trevor Penning, and Trey Lance, thank you for your services and goodbye. What did Peacock say here? Yeah. Oh, Pix, let me send you that. Hold on, Bakes. I'll send it to you right now. What the hell's going on? This is weird. Power link. Copy link. All right, Bakes. I'll shoot it off to you right now, buddy. Let's see. My phone's acting up here. Let's see. This should be it. Let me know if you got it. I just sent it. Yeah, Patriots had a hard trouble with Khalil this last week. Yeah. So I would like to see Peacock if we can bring him back a year, but you know it's gonna depend if he's gonna like retire or not. So I would like to bring him back if the price is right, but if not, if he does retire, I would like someone like Trey Hendrickson. That's something I would like in free agency. I know he's gonna cost a lot of money, but we do have. Yeah, I'll get to that pretty soon. But I mean, the Chargers could save on. They did sign Bozeman. Becton, they're going to save about 9.7 if we cut him. J.K. Scott, we could save about 2.85 million, and Bud Dupree, we could save about 3.5 million, and Will Disley about 4 million, and that's a total cap savings of about 23 million right there. But I know the Chargers did sign Ben Cleveland to a futures deal, and then they did sign Bradley Bozeman and J.K. Scott. So those that I thought, it says whoops check connection and then doesn't let me join. Hold on a second. That's weird. Hey JD, would you mind shooting me the link to my cell so I can send it out to Bakes? Because I sent them the link that I was given and it's just not working. Shoot. Let me try it again. Let me try it on my end. Hold on a second. This is weird. Oh, that does work. Let me send that again. That's weird. Hold on a second. Hey, Jay, do you want to play a commercial for a second? Do you mind playing a Neon Peacock ad for a second? JD, I just passed it on. I appreciate it. But let me get to the next point here. So I appreciate that. Head on over to neonpeacockmerch.com. There's plenty of new things. There's some really nice designs. He put up an Iceman one for Caleb Williams. There's a lot of new designs over on neonpeacockmerch.com. Yeah, you can head on over. You can get your Lightning Alert shirt like I got on right here. There's plenty of stuff on over there. You're gonna find something you like. It's been a good one. But JD, you want to pull up that cap picture for me? Cap space. Yeah. All right. So we have about $86 million in cap space. So as I was talking to Mark a little earlier today about, I'd like to do what New England did. They went out and for the defensive side of the ball, they fixed it. They had cap space last year, but I'd like to fix that offensive line. We have 110 plus. We have 86 million. All right. We have about 86 million. So the Chargers are projected to enter the 20 by 86 million, giving them flexibility to reshape the roster, and also with restructures and extensions and trades and all that kind of stuff. So we can make moves. It's just being done the proper way. As I said earlier with Mark was on, we have a solid coach. We also have a GM that can do things and make things work, make things move also. So as Bogey would say in his music, so I'll take a little rhyme and rhythm from his stuff. But no, what this means, they can pursue impact free agents and premium positions of need. As I said earlier, it's offensive line. I'm not going to say it again. It's offensive line. Again, we need that kind of help. I think okay. So yeah. Let me just go back in the chat here. I think the Raiders are going to sign Nate. Still, yeah, man. Bakes, I know. I was going to ask you, who y'all? Yeah, Matt LaFleur is OC. That'd be a nice coaching staff. No, man, y'all. And I know who you want for quarterback, man. It's probably Mendoza, right? Probably that one pick. Or I've seen things that people say, hey, will the Raiders even move off that number one pick and try and get future assets? But I think that's not really the smart thing. If they have the chance now to get a future quarterback, reset their cap on a rookie quarterback salary, do it. Mendoza's the pick. I would do it. But then again, I'm not the Raiders. Hey, that's my ops. So Bakes, I know that's your team, man. But same shit. All right, Bakes, don't worry. But I really appreciate that, man. You know what I do. But I know that's the same thing JD sent me over. So I don't know. But I really appreciate. No, I know Bakes is a diehard Raiders fan. We had our back and forth this year. He has the number one pick this year. So they're gonna get out of their they'll probably, if they take Mendoza, it's welcome Mendoza, welcome to the AFC West. It's gonna be a fun one going forward with young quarterbacks. But the Raiders have a lot more issues than besides quarterback. They have offensive line issues to fix too. So just as my Chargers did. Yeah, Bakes. I've heard a lot of people saying use Google Chrome and it works the better that way. But even Peacock put it in the thread. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but now now JD, you want to pull up that Jesse Minter picture for me, please? All right, this man right here, Jesse Minter, has about six teams that are requested interviews. He's already had one with the Baltimore Ravens. So the Browns, the Cardinals, Dolphins, Falcons, Giants, Raiders, and the Ravens have requested interviews. He's already had the one with the Ravens, and that's been completed. But I do feel there's a possibility we could lose Minter, but I'm hoping Harbaugh can say, hey, man, come back for one more year. But there's so many co-openings this year. He could go. It would be, hey, Banks, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
What's up, man? Hey, Raiders in the house. Yes, he's in the house, Mr. Banks a lot. This is my buddy, one of my fantasy football compadres. Welcome to the show again, buddy. How's it going?
Good. How are you, brother?
Hey, Happy New Year to you. I know I said it a couple times, but I hope you're doing well.
Happy New
All
Year.
right,
Yeah,
let me
I
hear
got
it.
like 4 minutes left before I'm back from break. This shit took forever to
All
fucking try
right,
to
let
get
me
on.
know. Give it to me now. What do you want for your Raiders?
Just like I put in the messages, it's got to be probably the people that are getting interviewed right now. If not, what I really want, if LaFleur's not going to go back, then probably from the Packers, I'd like him. But it's going to take a while to know what's going on over there. And if anything, they're probably going to want to try to trade him if they're going to retain him over there. So
Yes, sir.
probably it's going to be Shieldhouse and LaFleur from the Rams, which is
Yeah,
their passing coordinator. If
yeah,
anything, him and maybe Raheem Morris will probably come back and join like the McVay tree over here.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know
That'd
that's
be
what
his.
Brady really likes. He likes that
Yeah.
whole system. He likes the way that they always win, and I think that's probably going to be the best thing for them right now.
Eh? You would know. Now you think it's Mendoza?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I love Mendoza. I feel like if he wins, I mean, shoot, it's just making our 101 go up. And if we
Yeah.
trade him, it'll probably be to the Jets, move back one, and then take their 201. So we can get that as well, along with I think it's their 116, right?
Yeah, I think it is because you guys need offensive line help, though, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, we need a lot of things, brother. And it depends on who we trade as well to them. But right now they need a quarterback too. So maybe
Yeah,
we
they
give them
do.
Gino. If that may be in the deal too, so we can get rid of him because I don't think that he's going to be someone that really helps
No.
Mendoza at all.
No, the Jets need help. I know Kiddo was saying to us in the thread that he wants 2027 because they have multiple picks. But you
Yeah.
know what? I know what's his name? Moore went back to school, but no. But no, man. If anyone, I hope Minter does not go to y'all. That's all I'm afraid.
Yeah, man. No, I got you. I
Because he's got the
understand. You
connections
can
with
talk your
the
shit,
Michigan
but
crew. He's
you
got
know
the
what's
connections with the Michigan crew. So that's but then again, we're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, you know what, man? I'd rather us actually lose all year and get the 101 pick than, make it to the playoffs and then get one and done, to be honest. So it
Yeah.
is what it is. I mean, you guys are going to have a later pick. It's, you'll get someone that you need to probably protect Herbert.
The kid
'Cause
I want
Jesus
is the kid
Christ,
from
bro, you
Penn
need
State.
to.
The big he's like 3'6'5", 340. I've seen
Yeah.
things. He's fucking just bullying people around. But then
Well,
again,
you guys had OC people, but they just kept getting hurt. Like, it's not like you guys
exactly.
didn't have
We'll
people.
have
Next year
Slater
he'll be
back
healthy.
next
He'll
year
be
and
better.
Alt back. But hey, he still needs help.
Yeah, 100%. Well,
But
shit,
I
man, I got to go
appreciate
back
you
to
for
work
coming
right
on.
now,
I know
man.
you have done much time.
Yeah, I got 1 minute left, but I appreciate the time.
And I appreciate you, buddy. And
I know
we're gonna
that
do it again next
GWN's
season.
watching. I'll salute to everyone and fucking Raiders all day. You already
And
know.
right there, that's my buddy, and that's my friend Banks. And I'll see you in Vegas, motherfucker. Peace
Yes,
out,
sir.
brother.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, all right. That's my friend Banks and my fantasy football compadre. The passing game coordinator from the Rams would be awesome for Brock Bowers. Yeah, that would be good. As Bogey said, not so subtle. Shot at the one and the only play. Yeah. I know, Bogey. Yeah, I don't gotta remind me there. Yeah, we're one and done, brother. Yeah, but so we gotta get there. But you know what? I saw let's see, Harbaugh said this today. Jim Harbaugh on the possibility of being able to keep defensive coordinator Jesse Minter. Yes, if there's a way, he would love to find it. And then Chargers Joe Ortiz said if they try to keep the same, they're going to try and keep the same defensive scheme if Jesse Minter is hired and leaves. The players we have on the defense are scheme versatile. We play multiple schemes already. We just want the best candidates. That's what Joe Ortiz said. All right, now as for the Chargers schedule next year, and we're going to face the Patriots again next year. We're going to face the New York Football Jets, and that's my buddy Kidda. So I'm looking forward to having him on the show next year. Actually, thank you, JD, for pulling that up. Yeah, so that's going to be our opponents next year. We got the Buffalo Bills, the Dolphins, Peacocks, Houston Texans. There you go. We got the Baltimore Ravens. It won't be the Harbaugh Bowl like we thought it was since John got fired over there. We got the Cardinals. We got the San Francisco fucking 49ers. I got to live that whole weekend here in 1994 again. Right, fellas? Yes, I know. That's JD. That's Bogey. That's Steamboat. That's Candlestick. And that's just too many. So it's going to be a fun show next year. I'm looking forward. Yes, next year. We'll also have Kings Los Angeles Rams. That's not an away game. It's going to be in our house anyway. So we share the stadium. So it's kind of funny. We'll also have the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then our regular AFC West opponents. That means Bakes, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. That means Chase. So it'll be kind of fun. So it's total 11 opponents outside the AFC West. So it's going to be, and then our 6 AFC West games included. So yeah, I'm looking for, it was a great season, but not a great season how it ended. I know I shot my mouth and I said I wanted the goddamn Patriots. I opened my mouth too much all the time. I asked what I got for it. I didn't, you reap what you sow. And obviously, it's not what I wanted, but, I'm looking forward to going to the draft next. And, as the draft comes closer, I will break down stuff. I will have a breakdown show of the draft of what I think we need, of players that I like, players about the chart. Hey, what's up, Clock? What's up? Yeah, let's go. Yes, I know. Hey, Clock, it's gonna be fun and out of the way. But man, it's thank you for joining me. What do you got planned for tonight, Lee, after the show? Probably, just relax. It's Friday night, and then tomorrow. We're gonna have some playoff shows with some watch parties. So, hey, man, I'm gonna get my rest, relax. But it's the weekend. Hey, as long as there's no trouble, I'm good. That's how I look at it. I got someone, I'll spend it with my beautiful wife and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a good time. So, we're gonna look at that. But it was a great season. But not, as I said, not how I wanted to end the season. But you know what? There's always next year. The players we lost this year due to injury, they'll be back. Slater will be back next year. Joe Alt will be back next year. Control Alt Delete. Peacock, that's a shirt I may need. Is Control Alt Delete. I'll talk to you about that. I'm going to try to come up with an idea for that one. I do like that one. But I know sometimes you guys want to get rid of me. Sometimes Control Alt Delete Lee. But no, yeah, this is OA. This is one thing I didn't get. I was just rambling, but Owe, he deserves the money. Since he came over from the Ravens, he's had 7.5 sacks in 12 regular season games, and then against the Patriots in the playoffs, he had 3. Show this man the money. He could be a cornerstone for our defense with Tully, Owe, and it's going to be, I just pay the man. He's shown he's worth the money. We have it. Let's extend him. Give an extension. Let's see what he can do. I feel he's young. With Tully, that defense could be nasty. Even Mark told me backstage, he's told me multiple times since the Patriots game, your defense is nasty. And I appreciate that from Mark, and I respect that. He knows his shit. He knows his football. But when he says to me, your defense is nasty, I know he's speaking facts. Yeah, our defense is very good. But, man, I'm looking forward to a hell of a year next year. I know it's not how I wanted to end this year. But we're not moving on. The Patriots moved on. The Patriots have the Texans this year. I know Peacock's looking forward to a great game, Texans, Patriots. It's going to be a great game. Who am I going to pick? I have family that are in Massachusetts, but I'm going to say, hear the truth. I really think the Houston Texans are going to move on. I saw what they did to us this last year in the playoffs last year, and they played us this year. That defense is nasty. You got Hunter, you got Will Anderson, you got Stingley. You have a hell of a secondary over there in Houston. That's a great team. I really do think the Houston Texans are going to move on. To Mark, to George, Chris Bradford, all y'all in New England, to my family, that are watching, I know you're all Patriots fans, but I do feel the Houston Texans have just the team to move on. I know it's in New England. I know this is going to be a great game, but man, it's going to be, and as I know, it's going to be a great rest of the playoffs. We got some great matchups. The 49ers have got the Seattle Seahawks. That's going to be a great game. And the Buffalo Bills have Denver. I'm pulling for Buffalo. I don't want anything to, sorry, Chase. I want nothing to do with those donkeys' asses. Man, we wiped that ass clean once in the beginning of the season. Yeah, in the second game of the year, that doesn't count, man. We didn't play our starters. So that, no. But donkeys' asses, I think, are going home. I think Josh Allen moves on, and it's going to be a Texans Bills AFC championship. Yeah, I'm pumped. Yeah, Peacock, I'm happy for you, man. I'm pulling for y'all. I mean, I know what your team is about. I watch you all year long with your huddles and how you speak about your team. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from playing y'all twice in the past 2 years. So yeah, you've knocked this out, and you're a great team. And I hope you do advance. I have a feeling the Texans are gonna. You know what? The Texans have a good shot. I ain't gonna lie, with that defense, as long as they don't make mistakes on offense, I don't see why not. I mean, either way, man, I have no skin in the game. But hey, if I can't root for anyone, I hope Peacock's team does go very, very far. And I know he's very passionate about his Texans. Hey, man, I would love to see a Bills Texans, man, because you know what y'all did to Josh Allen. And I said that many times. 8 times you knocked that motherfucker around pretty hard. Pause. Let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. But I really thank everyone for tuning in tonight on their Friday night, taking their time out. And JD, you want to pull up that schedule? Okay, you want to pull up that thank you picture? I made this for everyone that joins me. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day, your evening, and also listening to me. I mean, I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching episode 18 of the Chargers Power, the recap of the season, and the wild card. And also, I want to thank Mark Davis for coming on. I also want to thank Bakes for coming on. But again, I'll probably do around the draft. I'll keep those posted. Just tune in, subscribe to the channel, just set your notifications, and you'll be good. And I'll have something here and there. But again, have a wonderful night. Make sure to for those football enthusiasts, make sure to join us. Watch the watch parties this weekend. We're gonna have a blast. Yeah, my team's not in it, but I got the 49er crew in there. I got the Texans crew in there. So I got to show some love and support their team. So as much as I not hate it, but I want to support my brothers and their team. So if I can't move, we didn't move on. I want to support them. But again, JD, thank you for everything you do every show and producing backstage. I really appreciate you for everything you do, and everyone on the channel, what they do also. And for also putting up for me. And I'm a handful, but amen. I appreciate everyone. And again, have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend. And let's have a great divisional football this weekend. And thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful night. And on that night, Ball fam, bolt the fuck up. I can't say go Chargers because we're out. But hey, let's have a good off season. And there's always next year. On that note, peace out.
shit when I'm under the center. Game plan sick, talking under the weather. You know what we doing? I need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like with Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Kerry. I'm the cold truth, Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything mooey, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Basket Robin shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Everything on me. Yeah, tell him Bogart scot-free. Lottie-dottie, he like to potty. Fuck with blow shoot, trolling 5 Molly. Heard I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over metaphor, cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on the cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke, then you can't talk. Play a never-ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all bitches getting scraped pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, my no hands telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.